Let's get into it. Let's talk about this. We were at the fight. You guys weren't at the fight.
No.
But me and Division were at the
question.
fight. Yeah.
Do you regret flying to another state for that at all?
Reed.
Sorry,
It was a lot of travel to watch.
I do. And I'll tell you why. My buddy got really sick because of the traveling. The traveling's really exhausted. I missed the beginning of a beautiful wedding that I was supposed to be at.
Yeah.
You know, dude, like, I'm just going to be quite honest. The energy in that room was different, dude. Like, you know, all their fights, like, rip his head off. Dude, it was so quiet, where I was at least. I was, like, with the Celsius crew.
Yeah.
We were in this box. We were watching the fight. Super grateful to be there. Honestly, always blown away by Jake. Everything he's done is incredible. I don't care how you feel about him. The sport is more popular because of him. He's doing what he's doing. He's working hard. I think out of all the social media people boxing, I think this kid is incredible, and he's doing a great job doing it. Unfortunately, I didn't see the fight panning out the way I thought that it was going to. And you could just kind of see it on like Jake's, like, now mind you, I haven't talked to him about this, and I hope he's okay with me like expressing my feelings. It's always uncomfortable talking about somebody that I like. I'm friends with talk about it. But it was like, this was the first fight where my heart wasn't racing for Jake. Because I was just kind of like, dude, it's Mike Tyson.
But it wasn't first when he came out.
Yeah,
when there was the entrances.
No,
I
didn't. I
From
had
Really?
when Mike Tyson came out, you had no.
No. You know
I
why?
was
Because I saw him
nauseous.
walking and went with his leg, and I was like, oh no.
I'm
I was
talking
like-
even just coming down with the music going and him walking down the aisle
Serious.
all by himself.
No.
all by himself.
It was the.
Did you see his eyes when he was walking out? Like, he looked like he was on something.
Well, let's all jump in with our opinions, but let's be organized about this. I'm
I,
really
I
good at.
like this, George.
Thank
dude.
you. So my thought was, I wasn't nervous because I don't think there was like no losing for Jake if he lost, because like, dude, you lost against Mike Tyson, bro. Like, I don't like, no one cares. Even if they're like, he's 60 years old, it's still Mike Tyson, bro. You put me in a ring with Mike Tyson, you know what's gonna happen? I die. Like, it's just, it's Mike Tyson. So like, for me, it was like, okay, cool. This is such a cool moment for him, right? Like, think about being a kid looking up to this guy, and then all of a sudden you're in the ring with him. Like, as Jake Paul, that's an incredible moment. Something he's gonna be able to share with his kids, especially the money that he's going to share with his kids. Like, it's a good payday. It's all around good. But what I think none of us expected was like, the crowd was going crazy for Mike, bro.
Yeah.
Mike would swing. He's swing again. Jake hits him. It's just like, the whole crowd's like,
You could feel it through the screen.
bro, dude, it felt like your grandpa was in there.
It was
You're like, get him out.
awkward. Yeah.
It's like,
it was awkward to watch.
it was
honestly
uncomfortable
super
to
awkward.
watch. But also, it's not Jake's fault. And I know a lot of people are like, you should fight somebody. Like, bro, like, he did it for like a legacy and a memory and a cool event. Again, this is show business, right? Like, it's a good show. It just felt really uncomfortable to watch him be slow and dodge, and then also watching your friend like pull his punches. And in my heart, I was like, man, I wonder what Jake feels like.
I wonder what was going through his head
You know
during
what I
that
mean?
fight.
Like,
That's what I want to know.
Yeah, like, dude, what does it feel like going in there like, oh, I'm going to kill this guy, and then you're standing above him, you're like, oh, I could feel what everybody's talking about here. I got to pull back. I can't.
I watched it on the Netflix Live, and like, for I'm almost like
So you didn't fly
well-versed.
to another state. You just from your living room.
Yeah, I ate pasta and watched it. It was very nice. And and I'm obviously not well versed in fighting.
Yeah.
But from what I saw I will say, like, when Jake walked out and then Mike Tyson walked out, I was actually physically nauseous for Jake because Mike Tyson's punches are so strong that I thought, oh, one punch, like, he's done, And you can, from what I saw, you can tell in the first round, Jake was very scared. He literally backed up and was all the way up against like the ropes, and he was very scared. And then going into the second round, he was like, oh, actually, I can do this. And then it's like from that moment on, he knew that he kind of like, okay, I could actually like dance with him. I could dance with him. And then it's like, then you just felt so bad. You don't not felt bad for Mike, but you don't want his legacy to be like taken away from him or to be anything like diminished. You know what I mean? Just because he's fighting a younger guy, because he is an amazing legend. And so it just felt like everybody felt sad.
And he was so cute. Like, bro, I don't care what anybody says about Mike Tyson. He's such a cute man. Like, dude, for him being like, I don't care what they think. I'm doing this for me. Like, and I was just like, that's so good for you, man. Like, he has the most confidence, and I pray that a lot of people have that type of confidence. And
I think my opinion of it is that it was really cool. I just think that it was marketed as something completely different. When two grown men are like, I'm going to knock you out. I'm going to knock you out for like 6 months straight. And then it ends with like them kind of bowing at each other really respectfully. And like, it was a cool moment, but it's like, this isn't what I've been waiting for.
I don't think that. I don't think that's what any of them were.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying that it's rigged or it's a show. Like, bro, it's extremely hard to rig a boxing match. It is extremely hard. Also, there's so many people that want to tear down Jake's legacy that there would have been a whistleblower. There would have been somebody to be like, hey, this is not real. I don't think it's rigged. I truly just saw a good friend of mine training to fight one of the best. When he got in the ring, he realized that that person is no longer with us. Like that person's here, but his legacy as a boxer of who he used to be. I mean, brother, he's 60 years old. Like, look at any 60-year-old man boxing, regardless of who they are. It's going to be different from that age separation.
Yeah.
And I think Jake was really excited to go in there. I think Mike clickbaited us. I think all those videos of him like and hitting him, and everybody's uploaded videos like, did you see that video? He's gonna kill Jake. And
yeah,
when we
the
got
difference
into
in that
Shawna
was way different.
It did feel like he kind of withheld punches. Like if you watch the training footage and you see like when he like ducks under something and he throws the hook, I feel like there was plenty of times during the fight where he could have thrown the hook, but he just didn't throw it. And it's like,
oh, you're talking about Mike, yeah?
Yeah, about Mike. Like,
but I think it's because of his leg. Because, like, again, like, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a boxing coach, but when you watch boxers, they use their legs and their hips. So if his legs are out and he's pulling those punches from there, if you notice, he was getting unbalanced while throwing because I think he's trying to manage the pain. And then also, I think he did say that there was something wrong with his leg.
he had a brace on his knee too.
And yeah, he was limping on the way in, or he like tripped, which means like, I don't know. All I know is that as a show, it was cool, it was entertaining. I should have just pulled up at my house and watched it. I didn't think it wasn't like I'm gonna fly out to this city and stay. But you know what? I gotta say this. It's really cool that whole city was there for Jake, and to watch him grow into that. People wearing his shirts, people like, it was so cool. I was so proud of him.
bro.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
crazy.
That's such a cool thing. Like, regardless of how you feel about him, the kid brought a lot of money and eyes to boxing. I'm excited to keep watching him go. I am now just starting to understand people are getting frustrated. Like, dude, fight somebody at the caliber of that you should be. But again, it's like, bro, like every single person that talked ill about Jake, and I would just ask him one question. I said, they'd be like, yeah, he needs to fight a person, blah, blah, blah. And then I would hit him with but would you fight Mike Tyson for $40 million? And they all answer, hell yeah, I'd fight him for, like, so it's like, dude, at the end of the day, bro, like, he put on a great show. It's a good show.
Exactly. And he put respect on his name. Like, the whole time I was watching, I was like, please end this, like, in a respectful way. And the fact that he bowed to him and he only gave him praises, he couldn't have ended, and I know a lot of people are upset by that.
Yeah.
I'm so glad he did that. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah.
So-
He took like 10 seconds at the end to be like, we respect you, Mike.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful.
Jake is growing, dude. And I love seeing it. He's always been such an educated, kind-hearted human behind the scenes. I'm very excited that people get to see that in the light. You know what I mean? He deserves it. I'm tired of people talking ill about his name, but the people that they praise are not great. And he's such a good kid. So I'm glad that the problem child is becoming loved. And I know that a lot of people are like, hold up, no, not after that fight. But I do think that he's just starting, bro. Like pound for pound, I think the top 5 just called him out. So he still has room. He's so young, he can just keep going.